Hey! Is the noon train on time?
Supposed to be.
Feels like it's time.
Yeah.
BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. We got there's so much to talk about today. If I could just show you all of the things that's on the curriculum for this particular evening, you'll understand there's a lot. And we got to get to it quick because shout out to Coach Knight, Miss Priscilla, and Miss Susie, because over at the Coney Island Sharks, we're going to be giving away toys, and also we're going to be giving away the toys. I'm not 100% sure what day that is going to be. I think it's going to be in the next couple of days, but next week, early next week, I'm not sure about the date. When we get the date together, I'll let everybody know, and later today, I guess I'll have to go live again if we're giving away any gifts or anything like that tomorrow to let y'all know. But we're giving away Christmas toys, and we're also going to be giving away for any expecting mothers or mothers right now that might need a little bit of help with diapers and things like that, or there's single pops out there also taking care of kids. We're going to be giving away diapers. We're going to be giving away, I think, formula and shit like that. So pardon my language. So shout out to Coach Knight, Miss Priscilla, Coney Island Sharks, and just everyone that is anything to do with this. We have actually a couple of meetings coming up, so this is going to be a short show today. I don't expect to be on here till 11 o'clock. I expect for it to be a short show today. I have a lot of other things that I got to get ready for. And then we have to go in early because there's a lot that we have to do in order to prepare for our giveaways that we're going to be doing. And we're trying to also feed the community also. So there is a plan. I don't know. It has to just do with funding. But there is a plan to also, have some food and stuff like that available for people. So we'll see how it works out, man. Like, look, I don't know what to tell y'all, but at this point, if y'all don't understand that I'm basically a public servant, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. At this point, if you're not paying attention to the things that I'm doing or have done, and not just in the last 6-7 months, but in the last 5-6 years, a minimum of. Like, we're public servants over here. All right. I'm blessed. Shout out to the Most High. Glory be to God. Jesus is King. I'm blessed to have found somewhere else where I can be of assistance. I'm blessed. Shout out to Washable Marker. Salute. Hope everything is going well with you and yours. We have YouTube has this new thing. We're about to get to the show, but YouTube has this new thing, and the main reason why I'm using it is because I've been telling people for the longest that YouTube encourages us letting our community know, do donations to support the platform. I've had so many people say that I'm lying, but YouTube consistently makes different applications in order to encourage this behavior. Like I told y'all years ago. I can't tell you how anyway, I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube anymore. With that being said, let's get to the show. So for everybody that don't know, we're going to be today talking about 50 Cent, Mux, Jay Z, and Diddy's. And we want to talk about a little bit of politics. And as always, we like to point out how Democrats be lying. And Mayor Adams of New York City actually jumps in on the Democrats be lying thing. And I have a couple of clips from him that we're going to talk about because Democrats be lying. But I want to show y'all one clip first before we get to all the hip hop conversation, because we will be talking about Jay Z and Diddy first. But I do want to show y'all one clip first. Let me just make sure I have it. That's crazy because I just started having problems with my jump off. I only 54. Only 54 frames dropped. That's not bad. All right, so hold on. I want to make sure I have it. I might not have queued it up. All right, but Democrats be lying. I got a ton of Democrats be lying stuff. I'll play this one. Shout out to Joy Reid. Not a real shout out.
Meantime, Joy Reid on MSNBC kind of had the following thing to say, Xavier. Watch this.
You can go back to the justification for lynching around conservatives, whether the conservatives wearing the D uniform or the R uniform. Conservatism itself has justified violence.
Conservatism, these are the same people who have literally been praising Luigi Mangione for the past 9 days.
I mean, these people are absolute psychopaths. When I look at Joy Reid, it's like the only people that I know who lie more than her are Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. And you can argue that all three of them cost Kamala the election for that exact reason. So when Joy gets up there and lies and says that conservatives are the side that's always calling for violence, I just think, do you think we have amnesia? Do you think that we forgot about the billions of dollars in damages done by BLM? Because I'm not Joe Biden and my memory is intact.
Meantime, FoxNews.com writes the following here. CNN loses to Food Network as network's primetime viewership languishes. Despite the busy news cycle, CNN's bleak audience was smaller than TNT, Food Network, Freeform, Discovery, INSP, Hallmark Mystery, TLC, TBS, History, HGTV, USA, MSNBC, Paramount, Hallmark Channel, ESPN, and Fox News. Last night, by the way, MSNBC was actually below CNN, Roma.
And the left can't wrap their minds around why people are leaving their airwaves. I mean, the ratings are dropping so fast that you can't even keep up with it. People are tuning into anything possible just to ignore the lies. And you saw that at the polls in November. People came out overwhelmingly in support of President Trump, and he has called out those lies for 8+ years now. We deserve better from the media. They need to be telling the truth to the American people now more than ever. It's important, especially when it comes to these cabinet picks. Let me just say.
All right, we don't need to hear her whole commentary. She said some good stuff, but I don't want to hold y'all. Like, we're not there for that. I wanted to just point out something, and then we're going to talk right about Jay Z, and we're going to talk about Diddy. But I wanted to point out something. Imagine you were a leftist, and you did not realize that your party had been kidnapped by extremists. And so you're listening to the news, the Joy Reids of the world, the MSNBCs, the CNNs of the world, and you're believing that the information that they're giving you is vetted and correct. You believe this. Now, I'm not talking, you're not one of the extremists. You're just a regular Democrat. You don't have any extreme views one way or the other. You're just a regular Democrat. How are you going to feel when you find out that the Democrats been lying to you for the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years? How are you going to feel when you find out almost every single thing that the Democrats have been saying has been lies? How are you going to feel when you've been arguing with your family and friends for the Democrats just now, for them to be pulling up on you with all the receipts about how the Democrats are lying and you've been stupid this whole entire time? That's what's happening to their news. That. People are embarrassed because they've been running around saying lies and running around just not knowing anything but talking like they're the smartest people in the room. They've created a party full of narcissists. And then they turn around and they're wondering why the Republicans have made this an epic comeback. We're going to talk more about the Democrat lies later. Let's get to this Diddy shit. So first thing I want to do is say, so apparently 50 Cent, this nigga's a funny dude. So apparently 50 Cent, where I do not got the video, I had a video of a thing that I had seen on the internet. I'm going to show y'all real quick because they got this lie going out on the internet saying that Jay Z was arrested. As far as I know, Jay Z has not been arrested. It's just all cap. Hold on. Let me show y'all. There's a lie going on the internet. I'm going to show y'all the page and everything saying Jay Z's been arrested. I'm assuming that this page is just one of those pages that put lies up and YouTube just don't do anything about it. One of the main reasons, watch, I'm even going to let y'all watch me put the damn thing in. One of the main reasons in which why I'm trying to be careful what I'm saying. Hold on. Jay Z arrested? It's some bullshit. It's not real though, as far as I could tell. Right? So this is what
it was a false sense of protection for P. Diddy. He thought he was doing something to protect his family and his empire and his estate. Okay, that's all well and dandy.
I'm assuming he turned off the comments because there's no comments. I don't know if he turned off the comments. You know what? Let's try to comment. I'm gonna do a laughing emoji. Okay, can't do a laughing emoji apparently. But yeah, we can. Let's try to get the laughing emoji. Nobody believes this bullshit. Does it even work? Ah, it does. Okay, so nobody has just not commented on this video, apparently. Where he's saying Jay Z arrested by feds for Kim Porter, TMZ released Gene Deal, paid $2 million, Tupac. He just put every name in here in order to get fucking clicks. Shout out to that guy. I mean, I'm not here to criticize him. You got to pay your bills. This is the way he chooses to do it. Obviously, he has a lot of people that subscribe to this page. I have no idea how many people just believe the content or how many people are just coming here because they want to consume it. In any regard, 50 Cent posted alleged video which don't even make sense because Diddy's already locked up, so I didn't see it. I've heard about it, just so we can be clear. I'm assuming one of these pages is going to have the actual video. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, we don't want any of that noise. So this is not the video. Alright, 50 Cent is back again, trolling Jay Z as the rapper continues to battle recent rape allegations. In his latest jab, he shared a now deleted post of Jay Z and Sean Diddy Combs being led to jail. Both music moguls are named in a grape lawsuit filed by Texas-based attorney Tony Busby, who also brought a number of civil lawsuits against the Bad Boy founder. Jay Z has since denied the accusations and recently filed a motion to compel the courts to reveal the name of his accuser. So, do y'all remember they got the lady just recently that had came out? I forgot her name. It's like Ann something or other. She was a girlfriend of, I think, a football player at some point, or a basketball player, somebody. She was his girlfriend. And she came out and said that she was raped. I can't remember. She said Diddy. I think she said Diddy and Jay Z, by the way. The reason why I'm pointing this out is because they had been asking, Jay Z's attorney had been asking that the people be named that was involved in the situation. Look, you see that? December 13th, right? So this is the 20th. I think she was a model. Model comes out about being by Diddy. What's her name? Damn. This just, sheesh. Just, dang. Like, this is crazy. Like, I'm not one of those people that believe if a lot of people accuse you of something, you had to have done it. I am not one of those people that believe that. But sheesh. I forgot her name. But she was a minor when it happened. She was not 13. She was like 17 or something like that. She was a minor when it had happened. And I believe that she came out and dropped her name because of Jay Z wanting to be able to, wanting to have all of the accusers named. Now, with that being said, I think that if you're a grown adult and you're accusing somebody of this, I think that the accuser should be named. I'm just being honest with you. I don't think that you being grown, you being an adult, I don't think you should hide who you are. And there's numerous different reasons for that. But the main reason is we want to encourage other people to come forward, right? That has actually had an event against them. So when you are being, how do you say, anonymous, that doesn't encourage other people to want to step out on that ledge with you. You know, they want to be anonymous too. Well, I want to try to get the money, but I don't want to tell them. I don't want to tell them who Ames is. You understand? So this is just my belief. So when you are in one of those situations and you decide that you're gonna make yourself, you're gonna name, I think that just encourages other people who might have had the same terrible experience to come out and, you know, have a little bit of strength. I think you give people strength. But when you go with the anonymity, you want to remain anonymous. I think that just makes, you know, that slows people up from coming out and speaking. And for anybody that want to disagree with me on this, that's fine. But let's use the Cassie situation. I don't think half of the people come out that came out if Cassie doesn't come out. I don't think a third of the people come out. I don't think more than 2 or 3 people. Because what people fail to realize is Diddy was already had these lawsuits. These lawsuits are not, I hate when I do that. These lawsuits are not new. Like, these are not new lawsuits. These are not new. These lawsuits have already, they was already existed. People have been trying to sue them and couldn't, is what had happened. Until the law was changed. And then when the law was changed, people was able to go after them. And I just don't think there would have been as many people going after Diddy if Cassie didn't step up. So so I'm on the fence about this. I think that when you're a grown adult and you're accusing somebody of something as heinous as that, even if they did it to you when you was a child, I think that you still have to, you know, stand in front of that. You know, there's just too many people out here lying and exaggerating and over exaggerating the situation. You could walk around and see somebody and say, oh yeah, they're cute, and then the next thing you know, somebody's gonna treat you like you offered them your hand in marriage or some shit. So people just decide whatever extreme that helps them be able to explain away whatever the behavior is, or however they feel like treating you. Like if they feel like treating you badly, they're going to be like, oh, this person is a terrible person. You might not even be a terrible person. You might just be a regular nigga. If they want to treat you really good, no matter how bad of a person you are, they're going to be like, oh, nah, this person is great. They just did all of these things, but the person's actually a terrible person. So people are going to treat you depending on how they feel about you and not depending on what kind of individual you are as a person. And that has a lot to do with who they are as a person. Because since we're living in this world right now where a lot of people just, let's just be honest, it's just hate. I'm so happy that we're coming back to our normality. I don't think our community is going to recover as fast as other communities, in my opinion. I don't think our community is going to recover from the damage that the Democrats did as easy as other communities, because we just don't. Understand? Like, we just don't recover from these things. Our people. We just don't. See, every other race recovers because they work together. We don't work with each other. So we never recover when things go wrong. So I don't know how bad it's going to get for us. And when I say us, I mean people in general, but black people, obviously. So I don't know how bad it's going to get for us, but we don't recover from shit like this. Like, we don't. I'm probably one of the most prime examples you could get of a person who's literally just walking around living life trying to do the best that he can for everybody that I come into contact with. And people just hate me. There's probably no better example than me. And it, like, not one that I know of. Right? But once again, I know my intentions. Others don't. Others just assume, depending on what they think about me. You understand what I'm saying? In any regard. So allegedly, I got another video real quick about Diddy and Sean Carter, Jay Z. So allegedly, there's a video out there about. I don't believe this shit is true. I'm gonna let y'all look at it. Let me know. Well, y'all don't. Nobody's gonna comment, but I don't believe this shit is true. All right, I think this is fake. But you can look at it yourself. But I think this is fake. I just don't trust it. But I'm gonna let y'all see it. You decide.
Something that y'all don't know. Breaking news. Something that I've never told.
Also, Choke No Joke put it up. So I mean, there's good chance that it's real. It is what it is. Choke No Joke. He's not no bullshit ass nigga. He's not out here trying to, he's doing the clout chasing he do, gotta pay your bills. But he's not out here just saying lies that I know of.
Something that y'all don't know.
I just don't feel comfortable with this video being real, just so we could be clear. Anyway.
Something that y'all don't know. Breaking news. Something that I've never told anybody. This is a secret. Something that, will probably be in my book. But I'm telling y'all right now. The day that Biggie was killed, he wasn't supposed to be in LA. That morning, I got a call from Biggie. I've never told anybody this in an interview or anything. I got a call from Biggie, and Biggie said, yeah, I don't want you to be mad at me, but I'm about to jerk you up. And I'm like, pause. I mean, I'm about to go left on something. That's a better word. And I'm like, what you talking about? I would always be on him about, like, we young, black entrepreneurs, businessmen. We have to be on time. We have to be prompt. He said he was supposed to go to London. He called me and said, I'm not going to London. He's like, I just finished my album. I want to hang out with you tonight. There's a party tonight. I want to celebrate with you. I'm like, come on, Big. Get on the plane. You have to go get on the plane. He was like, I'll go tomorrow. Just tell him I'm sick. Please. We haven't hung out in a long time. Can we just all hang out together? Just the whole crew. Bad Boy, Junior Mafia. Let's just go celebrate this album. It's like some of my best work. We made it through all of this bullshit. Please. I said yes. All right, we'll hang out. It's a call that I always remember. Not for the fact it was me. Wasn't a way that I could talk him out of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I didn't run Biggie. He was his own man at the end of the day, and he just wasn't gonna go. So it was just the call just plays over and over in my head. I'm like, what if he would have just got on the plane? So that's something that y'all didn't know. So some things are just meant to be for reasons that are beyond and above us. And I think this movie is a testament to that, because his life, he's touching so many people in a positive way with his life.
I wanted to ask you how y'all feel about that. I'm pretty sure nobody's going to comment, so I'm just going to leave it at that. You take that however you want to take that. So I just wanted to show y'all that. I would have loved to have a conversation with y'all, but I know the only people in here that's going to talk is the people that want to come in here and cause confusion. So fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, sorry. And I got it. We're gonna do a short show today because I got other stuff I gotta get to. So it is what it is. Sorry. All right, let's go. So as far as we know about that whole Diddy situation, I don't know what to think about that video, to be honest with you. I just want to show that to y'all. I have zero idea what to think about that video, but I will say this. Right now, if y'all not paying attention, one of the main reasons why all of this Diddy and Jay Z shit is going up is because they don't want you to pay attention to what's happening in Congress. I'm just being honest with you. So I'll break it down for you real quick, and then I'm going to show you something. So basically, what's going on right now is that the Democrats is trying to figure out a way, the elected Democrats are trying to figure out a way not to, make sure that they don't get prosecuted after Trump get back into office. They're really concerned about this. The reason why is because they've been breaking a shitload of crimes. The Democrats have been breaking crimes, breaking laws and committing crimes like crazy. Okay, so I'll just tell you about two that you have to know about because we've talked about it over here. Fannie Willis sent someone that works in her office to go have a meeting with the White House talking about the prosecution of their political opponent. Guess what got thrown out of court? Basically, they said that she can't prosecute and no one else is gonna, so it got thrown out of court. Now I'll tell you about another way that the Democrats, did something unlawful. Homegirl, Letitia Wright, ran on a platform of she's going to convict Trump. You can't run on a platform of convicting anyone. You should be running on a platform of trying to get justice. Justice might not be a conviction. Justice might be somebody being let off. Justice might be the person not being convicted. You're supposed to be searching for justice, not searching for convictions. And not only are you searching for convictions, but once again, for the political rival of the current president. Okay, so if that's not enough, I'm going to tell you one more way that the Democrats lied and cheated. When, what's that Smith guy? John Smith, I think his name is. When he went down to Mar-a-Lago and planted evidence, literally planted evidence. So the Democrats are scared that they are about to be held accountable for their bad behavior. Couple of more things, and then I'm going to show you a clip. In the latest CR, that is the bill that was going to be passed in Congress that did not get passed. What had happened was there was not just pork in there. What pork is when people were just adding shit to the bill to try to like this isn't even important. Why is it in here? And it bloats the bill. Right. So what ended up happening was, and the reason why I'm having this conversation is because I don't think y'all understand that when Diddy goes down, a lot of these Democrats are also, a lot of these politicians is also screwed. Like, did y'all hear about how the president and the vice president was rushed to the White House last night? Hold on, let me show y'all this. And we get right back to that. Because I be having conversations about stuff with y'all. And I don't
something that y'all don't.
I be thinking people be more informed sometimes than they might be. I hate when this happens. Okay, nothing happened. Rushed. Times of India. What the hell? Shout out to Ali. He's my homie, Indian guy. He's from Bangladesh. He's Bangladeshian, I guess. How do you say that? Bangla? You think he says Bangla? He's Bangla. Anyway, White House in crisis. Biden and Harris cancel Christmas trips and rush back amid speculations of an emergency. So, just so we could be clear, as we all know, the current administration has been trying to create World War III. This is the whole planet knows. All right, so any Democrat that wants to come in here and be like, what is he talking about? The whole planet knows. All right, they're talking about it in every country. Just so we can be clear. All over the world, people are like, please let Trump get back into office before World War III starts. And they're literally naming the current administration as the people who are trying to create World War III. this is what's happening. This is not an allegedly. It's an allegedly that they're attempting to start World War III. It's not an allegedly that people believe that they are. With that being said, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris abruptly canceled their holiday plans on Friday, fueling speculation. Damn, so they did that this morning because today is Friday, correct? So they did that like right in the middle of the morning. So I must have been up late. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris abruptly canceled their holiday plans on Friday, fueling speculation Joe Biden and Kamala Harris abruptly canceled their holiday plans on Friday, fueling speculation about an ongoing emergency at the White House. As per various reports, neither has issued a public statement, leaving the nation guessing about the sudden changes. Biden, who was expected to spend Christmas in Delaware, reportedly rushed to Washington, D.C., taking his motorcade directly from the airport to the White House late in the evening. Where would he go? Like, so he would go somewhere else other than the airport to the, I guess, does he live in the White House for all intents and purposes when he's in D.C.? Why would he go anywhere? I don't know. Similarly, Harris canceled her planned flight to California and stayed in the capital. Why the hell was she going to California? Oh, holiday season. Harris had planned. I want to say something. I don't think when you're a public official, you're allowed to have a private holiday. Like, let's say I was a mayor, or I was a councilman or a congressman or anything, and these were holidays that I celebrated. You got to celebrate those holidays with your constituents. This is just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I would be attempting to try to like have something to celebrate with the constituents. Right? Like, even if it's just something that's going to be a small gathering for an hour or two, you know what I'm saying? We get some of the city funds. We have a little thing going on for the kids or whatever, and then we make the thing happen. Parents, come down. Y'all could come down to, let's say if I'm the mayor of New York City, come down to Bryant Park. Or if you really want to get it lit, you could, for the week leading up to Christmas or whatever the holiday is, you can do one event, because it's 5 days in a week. You could do one event in each borough per day. And the event could be an hour or 2 hours. They're spending our tax money on so much bullshit. Them spending some of our tax money on this type of thing would be an improvement. That's just my opinion. So no, that's what I think you should do if you're a public servant. I think that you should be spending a lot of these holidays, especially the ones that you actually like. If it's not a holiday that you recognize, there's no obligation, but especially if it's a holiday you recognize, I think you got to spend it with your constituents. Bring your family out, have a nice thing. Harris is planning to be in LA until Monday, but her office provided no reason for the last minute cancellation, leaving many to wonder if the political turmoil of the government's funding as the deadline for a potential government shutdown looms on Friday. Let me show y'all this right now. Let me check and make sure that I can't bring it up on the screen. Give me 2 seconds. I snatched it late. Yeah, I snatched it late. It's not up here. All right. Check this out.
The bill. They post the bill. They agreed on a bill.
They signed it.
And you know what? They got scared because President Musk told them, President Musk said, don't do it. Don't do it. Shut the government down. Imagine. What does he know about what people go through is when the government shuts down. Are his employees furloughed? Hell no. Is he furloughed? No. And when you shut the government down, people don't get paid. And maybe if none of us got paid if the government shut down, some people on the other side of the aisle would feel differently about where we're going in this effort.
I gotta stop it right there. Y'all do know when the government gets shut down, I believe Congress still gets paid. I want to say something And this is one of the biggest issues that I have with the Democrats. Why they always crying broke? Why these people who are congressmen and congresswomen who are worth millions of dollars apiece, why they always crying broke? Well, the average is probably millions of dollars apiece. Why they always crying broke? Why they always pretending like they're just like common folk? Why they always pretending like they have one of those jobs where you got to get your elbows dirty every day? Why are they always doing this? Why don't they just say what it is? Like, why they always pretending? And how do y'all fall for this shit? Also, I just want to show something. They tried to create dissension between Trump and Elon Musk by calling Elon President Musk. So for everybody that don't know what happened, on, I believe, Wednesday, the bill was dropped on everybody's desk. The bill was 1,500 pages. There's no way in the world that within a day that it would have been able to be dissected appropriately. It's just not possible. So I had a list. Let me see if I still got the list. Chuck Schumer, Hakeem, the people who was behind creating the bill. Hold on. I'm just seeing if I got the names. I thought I had the names. I have the names. So the main issue actually with the bill, there was two issues with the bill that the Republicans are not a fan of. And one of the issues is, that's why it just hit me. See, if they get the bill passed, Biden doesn't have to give pardons. Because what the bill does is make it so that Trump can't go and look at any of the bullshit that they have been doing over the last 4 years. So there's a lot of BS that they've been doing over the last 4 years to us, the American people. And for whatever it is, the voting Democratic Party loves it. I have no idea why. Zero idea. The people who vote Democrat, watch when y'all find out how bad it was. Shout out to, first of all, shout out to Jamal Fareed. You've been in here a minute. My fault, my brother. I ain't say nothing. BBN fam mods all in the chat. Hit that button on the way in. Share, subscribe. It's free. Shout out to Brandon Washington. This is Morning Froze. BBN fam, bam, salute, salute. So I want to say something, and I want to be clear. I'm just as transparent as possible. In this bill, there was a section of it that basically said that Donald Trump and his administration can't even go back to look at whatever crimes these guys might have committed. Like, there's an area that they can't even look at. And in that area is where a lot of these Democratic representatives, Democratic elected officials, is getting the protection. So the reason why they might have Biden and Harris rush back to DC, and I'm just being honest with you, this whole entire time I've been thinking, you know what, the war might be happening tomorrow. But the whole entire time, what actually could be happening is something so much different, and it could just be they're trying to get the votes. They're trying to get to Washington to try to put pressure on people to make things happen. But this is the issue. The American people don't fuck with y'all no more. Politicians move for money and for votes. You can't give them no votes. Them associating with Biden and Harris is going to make them lose votes more than it's going to make them gain votes. Hakeem Jeffries. They're going to lose votes more than they're going to gain votes. So that's why they probably rush back to freaking DC. So for everybody that don't know, Kash Patel. Yeah, I know who Kash Patel is, right? He's going to be the new runner. He's going to be the new head of the FBI. Kash Patel already, he did an interview and he basically explained he knows where all of the bodies are buried. He knows all of the bullshit that these dudes been doing. He's been going over, like, you know, shit that can't be made public. It's secret. Like, it can't be made public. He's been going over this shit forever. He knows where all the bodies are buried. He knows where all the BS is happening. Everything. That's what these dudes are scared about. They're trying to get protection. So this is what I have to say to the voting Democratic Party. How do you feel? Or how would you feel if it is released that the people who you vote for and have been voting for religiously has always been criminals? They've always been selling America short. They actually work for the Chinese government. They've been lying about Russia. Hunter Biden's laptop is real. They actually orchestrated January 6th. Do you notice how you can just go at anything that they accuse Trump of, and then you think about it and you're like, you know what? They might have did that themselves. That's what they scared about. Them niggas is shitting on themselves. I'm promising you that. I'm telling you, they are crapping on themselves. They're all scared to death. You know who doesn't have a pardon? I'm not even going to say who it is. If anybody got a guess, put it in the chat. I'm not even going to say who it is. But there's a person who doesn't have a pardon. Oh, what I want Trump to do, and if Trump does this, a lot of you dudes on YouTube is about to be kicked off of YouTube. I want him to change the law back where propaganda, you can't do propaganda and be news. I want them to change that law back. Because once they get rid of that bullshit, you're going to see a lot of YouTube channels go the way of the dinosaur. Because the first thing I'm going to do is complain on every channel that talks about me and get them niggas kicked. I can't get them kicked right now because that law exists. I'm going to go scour every video that got Jack Fro's name on it. Every last one of them. Every last one of them. Because ain't none of them telling the truth. So every last one of them. I'm coming for every last person's channel. Every last person that talking shit about me coming for your channel. So that's the thing. They have that thing where Obama made it so that you could do propaganda. So that's why CNNs of the world can lie. And as long as somebody isn't, when they lie on you, as long as you don't bring action, nothing happens. See, if they're just doing fake news and you don't even see it, the FCC could hold them accountable because they control the airwaves. But since propaganda is okay, there's no reason for the FCC to look for news that people are just lying. Because they can't do anything about it anyway. That should be one of the first things Trump do in the first 10 days in office. He should do it in the first day of office. If that's the first thing he signs, and then right after that, sign the border wall. First thing he should sign. Because what he's going to do is he's going to put the Democrats out of business. No station will be able to talk about the Democrats unless they talk about all the bullshit they've been doing. So he'd effectively put the Democrats out of business, probably for about 20 years. Like right now, the Democrats are going to be out of business for 12 to 16 years. They out of business. Like the Democrats literally have to kick out all of the top people of their party. Like the Nancy Pelosi's got to go. Right now, I wouldn't be surprised if people believe that Hakeem Jeffries got to go. But I give a pass to a lot of black people that are in politics that do bullshit. And y'all should know that because I gave Eric Adams a pass. Because being a black woman, it's gonna be a lot easier than being a black man in politics. Because we got this new thing now where if you can't say nothing negative at all about black women ever. No other woman on this planet has that type of protection. Where if anyone ever says anything negative about a black woman, they can get canceled, even if they're right. Even if they're 100% right and there's evidence. Even if everybody saw that there's evidence and you're 100% right. No other combination of a person on the planet has that type of protection. Except for like children, I guess. No one. So when I see that Hakeem Jeffries is doing a lot of things that I just don't agree with, I'm like, is he trying to hold on until he can do some of the things that he want to do? Because that's the game that black Democratic men had to play for years. Let's get into this Eric Adams bullshit real quick. Not bullshit for Eric Adams.
Something that y'all don't know.
Political party.
Breaking news.
Attacking the man. So first I want to show y'all this.
Action that you got at the White House when you asked for help.
This is gonna be
when we saw.
This is 2 minutes and 20 seconds of Eric Adams literally telling you that I was right when I told you what I told you about why they came after him. This is 2 minutes and 23 seconds of him saying that. Check this out. Be right back.
That you got at the White House when you asked for help.
When we saw the numbers coming in, we were getting at one time almost 8,000 a week, 16,000 every 2 weeks. I mean, we could just do the math, unsustainable. And at that time, the right to shelter, we were being sued by advocates that required us to give everyone a bed by a certain number of times. We were getting buses 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. And we reached out to the White House, 10 trips to Washington, D.C., asking them for help in securing the border and stopping this flow. I went down to El Paso and also went down to the Darien Gap, and I saw the flow and the threat that we were receiving. We didn't get the support. We got $200 million out of the $6.5 billion deficit. And so many people believe that, okay, Eric, it's in your rearview mirror. It happened already. You got 170,000 out. No, the damage that we are going to see long term from spending $6.5 billion. $200 million could have gone to those chronically absent children. We could have put hundreds of millions of dollars into the senior care, helping people with medical debt relief. That we are going to see long term from spending $6.5 billion. $200 million could have gone to those chronically absent children. We could have put hundreds of millions of dollars into the senior care, helping people with medical debt relief. So when you start to look at the long-term impact of the services we did not provide, it's going to start materializing in the years to come. That is the destruction that I was talking about.
So when you had that pushback from the White House, they stopped returning your phone calls?
Prior to this crisis, I asked the president to come to New York City when we were having a crime problem, the gun problem. He came here and met with our law enforcement. We had a continuous conversation with the White House on these important issues. When this issue happened and we asked for assistance over and over again, and I refused to remain silent while I was watching this city harm, we no longer received the support that we deserved. We no longer had an opportunity to communicate with the president. It was a clear statement from the White House that they didn't appear to be happy that I was standing up for the city. And other mayors should do that. Look at what happened in these other cities: Chicago, Denver, Los Angeles, Houston. Cities should not be taking away the resources from their residents to handle a national crisis.
muted this whole entire time. Sheesh. Thank you, somebody, for telling me. Nick the Slick. I've been muted this whole time. Now I got to go back and tell y'all everything that happened. That shit sucks. All right, so I'll start back from the beginning. I told a story. I'm going to leave the story out of it. So y'all know Hawk Newsome, right? Y'all know Hawk Newsome? I be forgetting to unmute my mic. So I used to live in this building. We're still talking about Eric Adams, by the way. I used to live in this building on the Grand Concourse. It's 165th Street, Executive Towers. I'm not going to go through all of the personal stories that I was telling. It was kind of dope, but I'm not. I used to live in this building. This is where I used to live. I used to live on this line right here. This is the E line, I believe, not E. I used to live on this line right here. That was my room. My bedroom was the window right here. Funny story I will tell y'all that happened is I used to work out on my terrace all the time. I used to have weights on my terrace, a weight bench, and like, you know what I'm saying, a bar and mad weights on my terrace. And the chicks over here used to always be like, whenever I go work out and stuff like that, I used to see the chicks over there in their window watching me. Not even scared. Like, they wanted me to know they was watching them, I think, because they wouldn't have their curtains in the window or nothing. And then on other days, their curtains would be in the window. So it's like, what the fuck? And apparently, a lot of my homegirl that used to live in up here, apparently you could look down into my terrace because I was only on the 9th floor. She was like on the 20-something floor. And she used to say that when I used to be on my terrace working out, that there would be like mad ladies always out here just watching me. It's like, hey. Anyway, so Hawk Newsome used to hang out over here. You see this right here between 165th and 163rd in the Grand Concourse. That's where he used to hang out at, Hawk Newsome. He's always been talking. He's been talking about Eric Adams a lot and talking shit about Eric Adams. So I'm gonna explain what this is about. He works for the Democratic Party. Black Lives Matter is not for us. They're not for black people. Black Lives Matter only exists to control politicians. That's the only reason why they exist, to control politicians. Why all these cars park like that? Like, these niggas can't park. They just ran in the store, maybe? Oh, shit, that store's closed down now? I used to go to that store. There's a store in that corner and a store in that corner. I used to go to the store. I used to go to the store in that corner more than the store in that corner. That store corner is closed down. Huh. Yeah, it's this store. I used to go to that store all the time. Anyway, so Hawk Newsome lives on this block. He's always doing stuff for people on this block. So shout out to that. Shout out to the stuff he's doing. I know the dude. He was a tall dude. He wasn't skinny when we was growing up, but he was tall. He was one of them tall niggas that you'd be like, why don't he play basketball? Like, I never see this nigga at the park. He was one of them guys. Tall, not necessarily athletic. No, that's not a knock. It's just a fact. I don't know if he was athletic or not. That's why I said not necessarily. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is, and yes, this is a courthouse right here. I'm going to show y'all where me and my friends used to smoke weed growing up. We used to stand over here before this mall was built. And this is why I keep trying to tell y'all. Y'all have problems with the police. That'd be a you issue. Y'all be just starting trouble with the police. Before these buildings was built, they used to be like scaffolding over here. Where they was still building them. And we used to stand over here on this corner right here, smoking weed and drinking beer. And that's the courthouse. And the police would stand right there and watch us. And not fuck with us. And if you think I'm lying, you could ask anybody that lived in this area in the fucking 90s. If you think that I'm lying. Now, I say all that to say this. Ah, fuck. I'm my fault, y'all. I'm slow this morning. I got a lot of shit going on in my head, and I got a lot of stuff that we got to do today. Thank you, Bing Bong. I appreciate you. Let me do a real quick step by step. This is the block right here, Sheridan Ave, where Hawk Newsome does a lot of his charity work and where he lives at over here in this area. Now, the reason why I keep showing you where I used to live at, so you can understand just how close it is to where he used to live at. I know the guy. If you went up to him and asked him about Psycho Bob, I promise you he knows my name. I don't know if he's going to tell you that he knows who I am. This is the building I used to live in. 1020 Grand Concourse. I used to live on the 9th floor. My homegirl that I keep telling y'all about used to live up there somewhere. I used to live on the 9th floor. So why is all of this? I'm talking about all of this. Let's get back across the street. So Hawk Newsom used to hang out over here. This is like the third time I'm repeating this shit. Hawk Newsom used to hang out over here. Those are the niggas that he used to hang out with. The block that he lived on was mostly Caribbean and Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. It was Caribbeans and Spanish-speaking people. This is the block. I'm about to show you right now. Mostly Caribbeans and Spanish-speaking people lived here. I don't know who lives there now. There used to be some young girls. It was about my same age. So I'm saying young girls. I was young also. There was probably like, I don't know. The oldest one was probably my age. And then the rest of them was probably like 2-3 years younger than me. They used to live right here. And I swear to you, no lie, I've never seen any parent around them. Like they had no parents, fam. Like, it was crazy. And all of them was girls. It was like 6 of them, 6 or 7 of them. Like they was all girls. Never saw their parents. Never saw any adults ever. I think I went to their house like once because one of the dudes I know was trying to bang one of them or some shit. In any regard, so this is where Hawk Newsom is at, right? So the reason why I'm trying to explain to you is this. This nigga is out here constantly talking about he fighting the police this, he fighting the police that. Nigga, you grew up in a neighborhood where the police leave you the fuck alone. What are you talking about? I grew up over here. These dudes, the police over here do not want to fuck with niggas. Especially in the 90s. They didn't want to fuck with nobody. Fam, if this nigga is, I don't know what he's talking about. We didn't grow up with the police messing with us. We grew up with the police trying to avoid problems with niggas. If they had to address you, they addressed you. If they didn't, they didn't. Look, I'm just trying to show y'all the neighborhood so you understand. Like, this is nowhere near no sucker ass neighborhood. You have police that they just trying to go home. Brown buildings. Cortland is down the block. This area over here I'm about to show y'all is called Vietnam. I used to live in this building also, by the way. That's 161st Street, Park Ave. I used to live there also. This is not an area. Most of y'all guys that is super tough guys and y'all talk crazy, y'all would not move here. Like, I live in Coney Island. Coney Island is a whatever kind of area, right? I'm not trying to talk bad or whatever, right? But this place is dangerous. How doing? Let's just go. Like, it's not a place that just got ignorant people. You understand what I'm saying? Like, some places aren't dangerous. It just got ignorant people. And it's not worth it. This place is fucking dangerous. This building right here ain't shit to fuck with. The Brown building, they always got problems with everybody in the neighborhood. When I was growing up, them niggas was warring with us, Concourse Village. These niggas over here. Viet fucking Nam over here. The other projects that I just showed y'all. And that's nothing. Hold on, let me show y'all something. Because this nigga is over here trying to talk like he didn't grow up in a neighborhood where the police was scared to address niggas. This nigga grew up in a neighborhood where the police was scared to address you. Stop with all of this police. Look, this is Jackson Projects. Cortland Ave. Stop talking like this nigga. Cortland Ave. If y'all know what Cortland Ave is, you know what Cortland Ave is. I also lived in Concourse Village, by the way. So at the time my father lived in that building, my stepmother lived in Concourse Village. I lived in both places. So check this out. This is Cortland. Hold on. For the people that don't understand how dangerous this area is. Let's go down the block a little. And I didn't even go to the other side of the fucking concourse. So I don't want to hear this dude talking about, what street am I on? This is Cortland and what? I don't want to hear this dude talking about 52nd. We got to go a little bit further. I don't want to hear this dude talking about how, let's get the, that's Cortland. Let's get to Morris. Go back to Morris Ave real quick. I don't want to hear this dude talking about police brutality. You grew up in a place, not just in a time, but in a place, fam. Smith High School. I went down the wrong street. This is Albert E. Smith High School. You grew up in a time and a place, just so we could be clear, where the police was scared to talk to niggas. So I don't want to keep hearing this nigga talking, and I'm just being honest with you. I don't want to keep hearing this nigga talking about, watch when I show you what's down the block. I don't want to keep hearing this nigga talk about police brutality. Nigga, you grew up, I know for a fact, because I know who you are, I know where you grew up at, and I know the niggas you grew up around. You grew up in a place and in a time where the police was shitting on themselves whenever they had to talk to somebody, nigga. You grew up in a place and in a time where if there was only 2 police officers, it had to be a real crime or niggas just left you alone. That's Lincoln Hospital. Go look up Lincoln Hospital. Now, why am I saying all of this? I done got way off track because I fucked up with the audio and the video for a minute. I fucked up with the audio and the video. I did. It is what it is. This is 49th Street in the Grand Concourse. 49th Street, 149th Street, by the way. Going away from 3rd Avenue. This is Morris Ave right here. This is Lincoln Hospital. Do you know how Lincoln Hospital is like the #1 place for gunshot wounds in New York City? Do you want to know why? Because I think this hospital deals with gunshots more than almost any other hospital. This is like, if they're not the #1 hospital for gunshot wounds, first of all, they're the #1 hospital for gunshot wounds in the Bronx. That's a fact. At least it was when I was growing up. But if they're not the #1 hospital for gunshot wounds in New York City, then I don't know who it is. Maybe Kings County? I don't know. So why are they the #1 place for gunshot wounds? Remember that project I showed you? Yeah, that's literally like right there. 2 blocks down. It's like 2-3 blocks down, right? More importantly, do you want to know what's this way? This is just what I mean by niggas be lying, fam. Mitchell's fucking projects. Mitchell's projects and what's the other projects that's even more notorious than Mitchell's? I forgot the dang name. Hold on. I know what a sign is. I think I know what a sign is. Look. And if you notice, this whole entire time, all you keep seeing is emergency vehicles, like police and everybody else. Hold on. Let me it's Mitchell's and fucking, hold on. There's a sign over here. My grandmother, my stepmother's mother used to live in the last building. I think there's a sign over here somewhere. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the building. My stepmother's mother used to live over here. Granny. I have no idea what her real name is. She used to live in that building. 2nd floor. She passed away. Rest in peace. All right. Enough reminiscing. So let me express something real quick, right? What the Democrats do is the Democrats use places like Black Lives Matter to attack people that they want to get attacked. So the reason why they wanted to have Eric Adams attacked is because of exactly what I told y'all. I was correct. Eric Adams even said it himself. When he pushed back against the Democrats, especially on the positions that they had with the migrants, with the illegals, the Democrats went after him. I told y'all that. So who do you think is one of the most people that's been criticizing Eric Adams? You got it. Hawk effing Newsom. I'm not saying effing to be disrespectful. I'm just saying effing for emphasis. Hawk Newsom. And not no one specifically. But we need for some of these people that's doing some of this activism that's borderlining on terrorism. I think that some of these people need to start, I'm not saying give them a year, but I think they need to start getting really held up in court. I think they really need to start doing a little bit more time than a slap on the wrist. And I'm not talking about the people who are just protesting. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the people who consistently takes protesting too far. Peaceful protesting isn't standing in front of somebody and trying to provoke them. I think once you turn a protest into a provocation, into something that is provoking someone, I think it's not a protest anymore. It's something else. It's not even a demonstration. So I don't want that. Just so we can be clear. I'm 100% of the belief. Is what it is. I'm 100% of the belief that we have to be able to demonstrate against the government. That's a fact. We have to be able to voice our opinion against the government. That's a fact. And sometimes we're going to yell. Sometimes we're going to scream. It's going to be emotional. But when you get on your soapbox and you start talking about how people need to be, black vigilantes, you ain't never bust a fucking grape. I can't respect that. Now, Hawk, you know me. I don't care what people are saying the fuck online. Nigga, you know me. Your homeboys know me. You done seen me by myself back down niggas. You done seen me by myself fight groups of niggas. You know me. Fuck what the internet say about me. You know me. My mic is on, fam. You just can't hear it. My mic's on. Anybody else can't hear my mic? Hold on, I could just check myself. You know me. You know me. And I know you know me because the last time I saw you, I saw the look of recognition in your eyes. You know me. Not the bullshit niggas is talking about on the internet. Not the imaginary shit niggas is making up. You know me. And you know the niggas that I ran with. And every nigga that I ran with was a group by himself. And this is real talk. So you know me. We've had me and my people's had a couple of run-ins with niggas up there. All right? Everything's good now. Everybody love each other. It's all good. But you know me. Y'all notice that there's never people that actually know me that's online talking crazy. It's always some niggas that they heard something from somewhere or they think they know somebody. It's never niggas that actually know me. They even got some fake woman pretending to be my sister. I would love for that girl that's pretending to be my sister to pretend to be my sister in front of my sister. I promise she gonna get washed. I promise you. My sister plays 0 games. I think I'd be serious about shit. 0 games. I hope she get a hold of my brother's. My brother. Oh, I just want to say this. So my brother's wife scared to death of my sister, and my brother's wife tries to like walk around like she big, tough, like dyke and shit. She's scared to death of my sister. My sister straight. My sister do not play them. As far as I know, she don't even play them games. All right. Like she don't play them games. All right. Just so we could be clear. She's scared to death of my sister. Scared to death. I see my sister back her down with a fucking look. I've seen my sister not be around. Not even be around. And she be so scared of her that she correct herself even when my sister's not there. Y'all really do be idolizing suckers. I promise you, y'all be idolizing suckers, fam. I'm not talking about Hawk Newsom. I'm not calling you a sucker. It's gonna be clear on that. I'm not calling Hawk Newsom a sucker. I don't like what he doing though. I don't like how Hawk Newsom is attacking our best interests because he's part of Black Lives Matter, who is owned by Obama, basically. Well, they're owned by that dude. The rich dude that pays for I'm trying to snap my fingers, but I was doing arts and craft yesterday, so I like slit my finger open right here. So I really don't want to snap it because it's like I slit it open a little. Anyway, we was doing a lot of arts and craft stuff. We got some stuff that we're doing for the kids, so we had to build a lot of stuff yesterday. So I was like running back and forth, cutting shit and taping shit and glue gunning shit. It was kind of dope. Anyway, oh, I might as well also add this once again. Shout out to Coach Knight, Miss Priscilla, and Miss Susie, and Grandma, by the way, because we are going to be giving away toys for Christmas. Shout out to that. Shout out to everybody who was involved in this. I don't know all the names of the organizations and everything, but when I do, I tell you. We are gonna be giving away toys and gifts to the kids of the community, and we're also gonna be giving away like baby wipes and baby stuff to, you know, the mothers and some of the single fathers in the community that could use those things. We're going to be giving them away in like the next couple of days. Today's Friday. I think we're going to be giving away some stuff next week, and I'm not sure if we're giving away anything this weekend, but we might be. So we're still getting it together, so we might be giving away everything next week. I love being a part of this. I love doing stuff for other people. I wish that I could do more for people, but, you know, because of, you know, the people deciding that they want to side with people that don't do nothing for them, like, that's crazy, right? Like, the people out here that hate me are siding with people that don't do nothing for them, while I'm running around Coney Island doing a shitload of things for people that can't do it for themselves. I've done help the church give out toys and stuff, and we're going to be giving away some clothes and coats soon also. So I help the church, you know, whenever they need it. You know, maybe 1 week they need it, 2-3 days out the week. Maybe they don't need it at all, right? I help the church whenever possible, and whenever I'm not helping Coach, I'm helping the church. It depends on, if Coach need me, I'm gonna be there for Coach, because that's the organization that I'm a part of. If the church need me, I'm gonna be there for the church. You understand what I'm saying? But generally speaking, if I got to choose one or the over the other, I'm probably gonna choose the situation with Coach, because he might need me more than the church might need me, because the church is gonna have more other people that could do whatever they might need me to do, right? But Coach Knight, like, I'm the guy. You understand? Like, you know, if I'm not the guy, I would appreciate it if I'm good enough at one point where I do become the guy, if I'm qualified enough at one point where I do become the guy. You know what I'm saying? I like to be a person's guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the guy that you come to when you need a thing, and I could produce it and I could make it happen. And I've had a pretty long stretch where I used to be that guy for everyone. And I had a pretty long stretch where I wasn't able to come through for people the way that I still right now. I got blocks in my way where I'm not able to come through as much as I would like to. But we're working on it, and shit, we're working on it. You know, what else could I do? Well, work on it. So shout out to Coach Knight, Miss Priscilla, Miss Susie, and Grandma, because we're going to be giving away some gifts, some toys. We're going to be feeding some people. We've already been, and just for everybody that don't get it, y'all know every game, every Coney Island Sharks game, they give away free food. Yeah, so if you just come watch the game, you get a free plate and drinks at every single Coney Island Sharks game. They give away free food. Every game I've been to. So that's just something to think about. Like, this is what we're doing in the community. Right? I had a homeless, I don't know if he was homeless, but I had somebody that was standing on the corner that looked like they might, you know, be going through some times, criticizing me the other day while I was walking to church to go do service. Like, you cannot script this shit. Like, you cannot script it. In any regard. So Hawk Newsome is going at wrong screen. Hawk Newsome is going at Eric Adams. And he's been going at Eric Adams. And I'm trying to explain to y'all the reason why he's going at Eric Adams is because he's owned by the Democratic Party. I know the nigga. I believe he's owned by the Democratic Party. I think that he just canceled himself, though, when he did that whole thing about Daniel Penny. Hold on. Shit, I opened up the wrong screen. Hold on. All right, undo this. Daniel Penny, right? I think he canceled himself when he did this. I think he canceled himself on a global scale, just so we can be clear. This nigga. I think he canceled himself on a global scale. And he always wore a hat also, by the way. Like, he always wore a hat. Never knew why. I wear a hat all the time, too, so I mean, whatever. Anyway, but when I was young, I never wore a hat when I was young. But I also had long-ass fucking braids. So it is what it is. Hawk Newsome, at one point, I had a baldy, you know, during the whole DMX era, when he first dropped. Anyway, Walter Hawk Newsome, co-founder of Black Lives Matter Greater New York, called for black vigilantes to act following the ruling in the controversial Daniel Penny case. The reason why I have a problem with him saying black vigilantes is because he's not on that time. If he was one of them dudes that I knew that we was younger and he was out there in the street getting busy and he was out there in the street getting active, I wouldn't be saying this. But he was not out there in the street getting busy. I'm not calling him a sucker. But he was not out there in the street getting busy. He was not getting active. And to go send people outside to get active is crazy, when you're also at the same time saying that you have their best interest in heart. It's absolutely bananas. So it goes on to say, Penny was acquitted of the death of Jordan Neely, a homeless black man, this week. Neely said that he was ready to die when he entered the subway car and proceeded to threaten riders. Neely died after Penny used a chokehold on him, Neely died after Penny used a chokehold on him while both were riding the New York City subway. I'm going to show y'all something real quick. I always like to contextualize the points that I'm making, right? So I don't really like to just say a thing and then I don't give you any context first.
So the other day.
Hold on. That's for later.
Is there a difference?
That's for later. Okay. Wait, What the fuck? Oh, I'll tell y'all about that later. That's bananas. If we get to it. What time I got? It's 11. I meant to be off the live by now. All right, hold on. Because I'm on call today, and I don't know what time they're going to actually need me. So I got other stuff that I got to do, and I want to get to it. So check this out. Oh, I do got it on the thing. So check this out.
Say a lot of things with statistics, and I see the percentage that crime is down 42% since 2021. But if you look back to pre-pandemic, and I know you like to say that overall crime is down 12% since the pandemic, but murders are up 200%, felony assault is up 55%, and burglary is up 140%. So are you saying that this is progress?
Are you talking about statewide, city, or subway?
No, crime in the transit system. I'm sorry, Governor. Yes, crime in the subway system.
Okay, want to answer that?
Oh, I didn't know it was over already. All right, so I just want to be clear about something.
Say a lot of things with statistics, and I see the percentage that...
I want to be clear about something. Did you hear how much that he just said crime was up on the subway? All right, fuck it. I'm gonna play the whole clip again. Listen to the part where he says how much crime is up on the subway.
With statistics, and I see the percentage that crime is down 42% since 2021. But if you look back to pre-pandemic, and I know you like to say that overall crime is down 12% since the pandemic, but murders are up 200%, felony assault is up 55%, and burglary is up 140%. So are you saying that this is progress?
Are you talking about statewide, city, or subway?
No, crime in the transit system. I'm sorry, Governor. Yes, crime in the subway system.
Okay, want to answer that?
Crime in the transit system. I'm sorry, Governor.
First of all, shout out to Bing Bang, because I keep turning my mic off for a good reason, and then I keep forgetting to turn it back on. So I have to put a Post-it note up here somewhere that says, remember to check the mic, so that could stop happening. So, all right. So let me just express what I'm saying real quick. So I want to make a point about how bad the crime is. But when I play y'all the video, I can't hear it. So I want to go step by step, and I'm going to play the video from my phone so I can accentuate the points that I think are important. So hold on, let me rewind some, and we're going to do this. Now listen. Now the first thing I want y'all to pay attention to is they lied and said crime was down 40-something%. Listen.
Say a lot of things with statistics, and I see the percentage that crime is down 42%.
Pardon me. Let me express this. They're saying crime is down 42%. There's numerous reasons why that is inaccurate. Not just because they're flat out lying, but it is because they're lying.
Since 2021, but if you look back to pre-pandemic, and I know you like to say that overall crime is down 12% since the pandemic, but murders are up 200%, felony.
And the reason why he's saying pre-pandemic is, remember, when the pandemic happened, wasn't nobody outside. So there was less opportunity for crimes to be committed. So they're going off of the numbers of before the pandemic.
Assault is up 55%, and burglary is up 140%. Murders are up 200%. I know you like to say that overall crime is down 12% since the pandemic, but murders are up 200%. Overall crime is down 12% since the pandemic, but murders are up 200%. Felony assault is up 55%, and burglary is up 140%. So are you saying that this is progress?
Are you talking about statewide, city, or subway?
No, crime in the transit system. I'm sorry, Governor. Yes, crime.
So those are just the transit numbers. You know what? I'm not mad at Daniel Penny. I wish everything would have happened differently, just so we could be clear. I wish that, God wanted something else to happen so that man did not have to lose his life. Let's be clear on that. I wish there was an alternative than that man losing his life. But let's be clear on something. Murder up 200% just on the subway. Why is Hawk Newsom and the rest of these guys trying to act like the subway is super safe and these people had no reason to be upset and that man was just grabbed because he was being loud and black? Hawk Newsom canceled himself. Canceled himself. He said something that made it so that now the people don't fuck with him, which means that his bag is about to get cut. They're not going to cut it right now because he did the thing that they wanted him to do, so they're going to pay him. But the next time they need something done, they're not going to be able to call on him because you've just lost your credibility. Why will you have such credibility? You're literally from a really rough neighborhood. And you're fighting for that neighborhood. At least that's the perception. And I know him. He's not a bad person. I don't know him to be a bad person. I want to be clear on this. I do not know him to be a bad person. So as far as I know, he might think he's doing the right thing. Just so we could be clear. I don't know him to be a bad person. I'm not saying he's not a bad person. I'm just saying, as far as my knowing of him, he's a pretty decent individual. He's just a regular guy. Don't know him to be a bad person. I wish he didn't take some of these perspectives that he has because I don't think it's helping our community. I don't want police defunded. Crime is up 200% on the fucking subway. What are you talking about defunding the police? Remember when Mike Son and them was talking about defunding the police? We need a new way that they're going to do it. So I need somebody to explain to me why Mike Son and his people haven't started patrolling the streets yet. Remember that one time there was a situation that had happened over on University Ave, I think 160 something in University Ave, right? It could have been 150. I think it was 160 something University Ave. Anyway, something over there had happened, right? So he went over there at night. It was during the winter too. It was like 4 or 5 o'clock because it was during the winter. He went over there to go do a thing. Fine. But y'all just was out there for one night. Those people that live in that neighborhood, they're out there every night. The police that patrol that neighborhood, they're out there every night. You just went there one night because it was your old neighborhood. So where are these people that's supposed to help keep the streets safe? I know who they're supposed to be, G Mac and them. Why did you leave G Mac and them behind? G Mac and them was y'all security. G Mac and them was doing all of the shit that y'all needed done. How do y'all leave them niggas behind? For everybody that don't know, G Mac, I'll show y'all who these guys are.
Say a lot of things with statistics.
So shout out to Shanduke McFadder. That's look, temporarily closed. That's for everybody that don't know, that's his brother was the one that Taxstone got sent to jail for unaliving. Shane Duke McFadder, that's Trife, gangster. He's an extremely intelligent, extremely smart guy. I've had more than one conversation with him. Really smart guy, really intelligent guy. And so why did they leave him and his people behind? This was their security. My son and them. Why did they stop financing these guys? I mean, I think it happened because I've met Shane Duke McFadder. He's not a bitch ass nigga. He's not one of them dudes that you could just get to go with any old bullshit and he gonna be on that type of time. This is him right here. He not one of them dudes. I don't know who this other guy is. Hold on. I'm just gonna put Shane Duke McFadder. PH, right? Yeah, so this is him. Really cool dude. Why he look like freaking no, he looks like right here. Why he look like what's this nigga named KD? Why he look like KD right here? Why he look like KD a little? Think he can play basketball, shoot a jump shot? I have no idea. In any regard, this is a pretty cool dude. Like this he's a legitimate guy. He really, at least from my perspective of what I see, he really out here wanting change. He ran for Brooklyn, and this is another thing that pissed me off. When he ran for Brooklyn borough president, I sit and see none of them getting behind him. Now, if I was fucking with him like that when he was running, I would have been talking about him running for them every day. But he was standing close to, this is his brother that passed away. R.I.P. So this is him. So I don't know what happened. I wouldn't be surprised if they was doing some bullshit. He wasn't down with it, and so therefore they just cut him out of the whole play. This is when he was trying to run for Brooklyn borough president. That's in front of Barclays Center, for everybody that don't know. He didn't get no push. Why wasn't my son and them out there pushing him? This was their security. I'm not exposing nobody out here, nothing like that. But I promise you, them niggas, my son and them niggas would not have been on the time that they was on and be in some of the places that they were at if they did not have security, and security specifically that was Shane Duke McFadder. Now, why am I saying all that? Our subway system is terrible. We're gonna sometimes, as citizens, have to step in. Sometimes people might die. I don't think y'all understand what the job of a police officer is. Sometimes you're gonna do everything right and people gonna die. It just is what it is. Now, if they had more men on that damn train that would have stepped in and gave assistance so he didn't have to feel like he needed to choke the nigga, Neely might still be alive. But those men were scared to touch the homeless guy. Those men were scared to get hands on because those men on that damn train, with the exception of Daniel Penny, were betas. That's it. They were betas. We are raising generations of betas. I be seeing these kids, right? And you just watch these kids. And for anybody that's been around, you've been on Earth a couple of years, you get it, right? You know what I'm saying? And you see these kids, and you see the kids that's out there trying to be the leaders, right? You see them, right? And then you see the kids out there that are just followers, right? And then there's another line of kids that you see out there, and I don't think people really are understanding this. But then you see the kids, right? And this is why we really, really, really gotta start reaching back and protecting some of these kids. Like, not just from themselves, not just from their homes, but from society in itself, just so we can be clear. So a lot of these kids, and this is, they're trying to be bullies. So I'm gonna tell you right now why I don't really care for bullies. So around the time I moved to Concourse Village, that's when I found my tribe. You know, the tribe that I had at that point. Shout out to Fancy Black, Dr. Inky. Shout out to Just a Menace Jam, Our Dogs. Shout out to Shaka, DJ Ism. Shout out to Slick Murder. There's more than one Slick. Shout out to Mandel. Even shout out to Yarnell. He was running with us for a while. And there's like a ton of other people, right? But shout out to everybody, right? And I'm saying this because when I moved to that neighborhood, I never really had a tribe before. Like my family had abandoned me for all intents and purposes, right? So I'm about 13, 14, and I'm moving to Concourse Village. I just come from living alone from 8 to, this story is going to be crazy. From 8 to about 13, I lived alone. Like, you know, people would show up here and there, but I lived alone. Just being honest with you. I might not see anyone come to the house for like 6-7 months. And then I might see somebody for like a week, and then I don't see nobody again for like 3-4 months. Then I might see somebody for like, they might come pop up for like 2 weeks, and then I don't see nobody again for like 6-7 months. And then, you know, they might come pop up, and then I don't see nobody the whole summer. Like the whole summer, I never saw any of my relatives. That's the best. The only relative, I never saw my father during the summers, and I never saw any of my brothers during the summers. Like I think I went about a good 2 years without seeing my father one time. He was my custodial parent. I don't know no better way to explain what I was living in. And anyway, so I moved to Concourse Village, and I have a already made tribe kind of, because my stepmother Bertha, that's who I moved with. My cousin lived across the hall, and my other cousin lived up the block. That's Al and Fancy Black. So I kind of had a tribe. So when we moved over there, the dudes, the generation of niggas that was before us, just accepted a lot. And we was like, we done. Jackson Projects isn't coming here to rob niggas no more. Because the surrounding projects would literally come inside of Concourse Village and rob niggas. They will catch niggas outside of Concourse Village and rob niggas. These niggas was getting robbed. We had a lot of tough niggas. Don't get this confused. But a big portion of the people that lived there when I had first moved there, especially the men, they were just, I don't know what to say. They just, I think it was more because we had no unity. You understand what I'm saying? Like niggas was snaking niggas or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, so me and my people come to the decision that we ain't never running again. 2 things happened that led to this. One thing is something happened with some other kid. Because there was this one kid named, I think his name was Jamel, light-skinned kid. He was like the number 1 sports athlete of everything. And he used to always fight with the niggas. So when he was around and them niggas came around, niggas felt a little safe because he was always fighting them niggas. Right? And then one day, my cousins come to me, Alvin and Fancy Black, Antoine, come to me and say, we not running no more. He said, them other niggas ran. We not running. Now we having a whole conversation. It's me, my 2 cousins, about 4 or 5. The rest of us, we were never running. By the way, we were just coming outside. This is when we had just started coming outside. So we not running. The second thing happened by accident. And that was when I first moved to the neighborhood, I didn't know who the bullies were. I didn't know who nobody was. So one day I was just sitting outside, like everybody was outside, but I was sitting outside off to myself a little, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm really not that nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm not, I'm wild at this point. Like I'm wild at this point. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't even understand human interaction at this point. I come from spending how many ever hours I'm in school is the only time that I spend with other people. Every other moment of my life, I'm basically alone. You understand what I'm saying? So I come from that into a situation where now when I go outside, there's a million kids. Anyway, so I didn't know who the bullies who the assholes was. I didn't know who none of these niggas was. So I'm sitting outside and they came over and tried to put pressure on me. But me not knowing they was trying to put pressure on me, I'm just, whatever, nigga. So they kind of backed up like, who is this nigga? And I wasn't even trying to be a tough guy. I just didn't know that them niggas was the niggas we were supposed to avoid. Anyway, so after that, we just made a stand and we just started fighting everybody that walked inside our fucking inside our complex on site. Like on site. Like you walk inside of our projects and we don't know you and we know that you from those other projects and you just sitting around doing nothing. It became like that. And also remember, we had like all pretty girls is everywhere, but we had some of the pretty girls that was like kind of little bougie. You know, them street niggas love them niggas. Part of me know the street niggas love them chicks. So that's the kind of chicks we had. The bougie chicks that was like cute and pretty. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it was like bougie a little. Yeah. So them niggas always wanted to come and try to pick up our chicks. And now we just got to the point where so I don't fuck with bullies at all. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. Once you show me that you have that mentality and that mindset, I know that you're a plague. And that's what's happening to a lot of these kids nowadays. And you see it in them. And me knowing like 90% of the people I knew that was trying to be bullies are either dead or in prison. Like 90%, probably a higher percentage than that. I'm just being honest with you. Are just dead or in prison. Including the ones I knew and were friendly with. Most of them are dead, by the way. Most of the niggas I knew that was trying to be bullies, most of them are dead. They not even in prison. They not alive no more. And most of them got unalived, just so we could be clear. It wasn't natural. They were unalived. So when I see these kids out here conducting themselves in all type of different weirdo ways, and I know they don't know nothing, they don't even know where they're headed. And then I hear some other adult reinforcing the bad behavior. And you should know better. So that's why it's important for a lot of these organizations to exist. Because without these organizations, these kids don't have no positive, no influence other than buffoonery. Just being like, this is just my opinion, I could be wrong. But they don't have no position other than buffoonery. It's just constant buffoonery. Niggas is crazy, man. I don't know what you're going to do with it. Anyway, we got to go, though, because I'm supposed to be on call, and I probably only got like an hour to get me something to eat and get myself together. I don't know how much time I got. I got to wait for the call. But I'm supposed to be on call. We got a crap load of stuff to do today. Just so much stuff to do. Shout out to that. Shout out to having something to do. Shout out to having busy work. Shout out to being able to be an asset Shout out to doing things and people appreciating it. Like, generally, I'm just never appreciated. I'm very happy to work with the coach because I forgot how it felt for people to appreciate you. Like, I'm just being honest with you. Like, I just forgot how it felt for people to appreciate you. I'm used to doing things and then anyway. So shout out to they sending kids in there to harass me to try to get me to stop coming. So I'm just never gonna talk to those kids. Just be honest with you. Once a kid say one weirdo thing to me, I'm just never talking to them again. So I can be in the program, not talk to no kid at all, and still be useful. And I'm fine with that, just so we can be clear. I'm 100% fine with that. If the only way I can do good in this world is to not speak to the people that I'm trying to help, then fuck it. I'll never speak to them again. And that's the way I feel about it. So it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, they sending kids in there to harass me now. So whenever I'm in the center, there's literally just, there's a couple of kids that come in there to just harass me just the whole entire time. It's absolutely, and I can't say or do anything to them because, one, I got to set the example. So what could I do? What could I say? So I'm just, it is what it is. I'm not going to stop doing God's work. I don't even think I'm going to go to heaven. I'm being honest with you. But I'm still going to try my hardest to do God's work until the day I die. I don't care how hard it is. I don't care how unappreciated I am. I don't even care. I might not. I personally don't think I'm going to be able to make it to heaven. But I do enjoy helping people. So I guess that's my own little heaven, right? Whenever I have the opportunity to do something and it's helpful. So I want to thank God. Glory be to God. Jesus is King. I want to thank God for just allowing me, like, even a second. Right? I just forgot how it felt for people to appreciate you. Like, there's so many things that I want to say that I'm not. But I'm blessed. I'm so blessed. I can't even talk about how I'm blessed. But I'm blessed. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. As fucked up as a lot of this shit that I got to go through is, I might not know anybody more blessed than me. I might not know anybody that God shows up for as much. Because to be perfectly honest with you, I'm being attacked so often that I would not be alive if God didn't show up for me every single day. And God shows up every day. Every single day. In one form or another. It's always protection. Even when I'm not doing my best to do what he wants me to do, it's always protection. So I just want to just say I appreciate God so much. I want to say a psalm if y'all don't mind. Pray over you. I'm blessed. I like is it 141 or I think it's 141. I like one. Is it 141? I might just, we could just do the Lord's Prayer, but I like 141. Lord, I cry unto thee. Make haste unto me. Give ear unto my voice when I cry unto thee. Let my prayer be set forth before thee as incense, and let the lifting up of my hands as the evening sacrifice. Set a watch, O Lord, before my mouth. Keep the door of my lips. Incline not my heart to any evil thing, to practice wicked works with men that work iniquity, and let me not eat of their dainties. Let the righteous smite me, it shall be kindness, and let him reprove me. It shall be an excellent oil which shall not break my head. For yet my prayer also shall be in their calamities. When their judges are overthrown in stony places, they shall hear my words, for they are sweet. Our bones are scattered at the grave's mouth, as when one cutteth and cleaveth wood upon the earth. But mine eyes are unto thee, O Lord, O God the Lord. And thee is my trust. I leave not my soul destitute. Keep me from the snares which they have laid for me, and the gins of the workers of iniquity. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, whilst that I withal escape. So, amen. So, don't forget to pray over your kids before they walk out the house every day. Psalms 24. Don't forget to pray over your kids before they walk out the house every day. This is if you a house. Pray over your kids. Pray over your spouse. Psalms 24. I'm not going to read it, but is that the one I'm thinking about? No, not Psalms 24. Sheesh. Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He leads me to water. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. That's Psalm. Why did I think it was Psalm 24? I guess what that was Psalm 24. Am I still wrong? Yeah, I'm wrong. It's not Psalm 24. I can't remember which psalm it is. I know which one I like, though. I got to stop knowing everything. I like even songs. I don't know the names of any songs. So I don't know, like when I'm looking through my thing to choose a song, I don't know the names of any songs. I just know how they sound. But pray over your kids before they leave out the house every day. And you're going to need to pray over them, not for adults. You're going to need to pray over them for them little kids out there, because now they're sending little kids after your little kids. Y'all been so busy protecting your little kids from adults that y'all wasn't paying attention when they started sending little kids after little kids. And that's what's happening. I see it every day. I'm not going to call no kid's name because we're not going to do that. But there is this kid that lives inside of Seagate. He's this racist kid, right? He's racist. He's like 14, 15 years old. He's racist as shit. But the wild part is this. The absolute incredible part is this. He looks up, or he don't really looks up to, but it's a weird dynamic in any regard. I've heard him talk. He's racist. I don't know if it's some shit that he got from his parents because he hears his parents talk. I don't got the slightest idea. But he's racist. This is the wild part. When he's talking with his white friends, he's so overt. And then he go hang out with the black kids and pretend to be their friend. And I just be watching. I'm like, all right. I ain't tell the black kids or nothing like that. What the fuck do I care? It's not my business. But, yeah. Say be talking to his white friends, he be saying all type of fuck shit. I just be sitting there, I'm shooting hoops and shit. He was out shooting, they talk, he trying to whisper and shit, and they just talking shit about black people like crazy. And then the black people show up, and he's all buddy-buddy with them. Like, hey, you guys is... So, they're sending everybody after your kids. All right? Your kids need protection. They're sending kids after your kids now. All right? I better wake up. Remember, they expected to win with those migrants, with those illegals. So what idea or plan did the Democrats have for your kids and you? They expected for the illegals and the migrants to take your place. So what do you think they have for you? What kind of plan do they think what kind of plan do you think where they was trying to figure out a way to give all of the government's funds to illegals? What kind of plan do you think they have for your kids at that point? What kind of plan do you think they have for you? Just something to say. I gotta go. I'm late, and I got a ton of stuff to do, and I gotta go get me something to eat. I'm hungry. Everybody just have a blessed day. I didn't do no commercials today. Just the show was just, my brain is everywhere. I'm just working on a lot over here. I didn't get no sleep last night. I'm exhausted. I think I went to sleep like around 3, and then because I wake up early, I then woke up at about 6:37. So, and I tried to take another nap. That's why the live was late. And I tried to take another nap for like an hour, and I was able to go to sleep for like 10 more minutes. So that happened. So I'm not tired, but I haven't had enough rest. So, my brain isn't necessarily working at full throttle. With that being said, I love y'all. Everybody, go out there in the world, go do something worth doing, and then stamp God's name on it. Let people know that you come in the name of God, man. I don't have anything in this world but God. So I don't understand why people don't. I don't understand why people don't love God. I don't have nothing except God. All of the people that's in my life right now are here because God deemed them to be here. All of the people who have no access to me or have no access to me because God deemed it. God deemed it. He made them come do something to me that made me not, now I can never deal with you. So all of the people that I don't have access to me, God did that. You know how many of these kids is going to want to be on my camera when we start going, like when the season come back and all that? You know how many kids is going to want me to be filming them and I'm not gonna, because they were rude to me. And I just don't like them. I'm honest. You could not like a kid. You know how many kids is going to be like, they're going to see all of their friends on my page. I'm going to be editing out their video, editing out anything that having to do with them. Yeah, I'm going to be that petty. 100%. You know how many kids now have lost access to me just because they didn't know how to carry themselves and just because they just got bad behavior? We're trying to set up a thing over there that I've been talking with them about some stuff that we're trying to do. I don't want to say what it is, but it's going to be some dope shit. And I've actually been talking to some of the kids over there to see if they want to get involved in it, and they want to. You know how it's going to feel when these kids that decided that they wanted to distribute bad behavior to me can't get involved with this thing? They're going to laugh about it now like it's not no big deal. But you know how they're going to feel when I specifically come to them and say, I don't like you, so I don't want you on my project. And they're going to say, why? And I'm saying, I don't got to tell you. And I'm going to talk around and walk away and go about my business. I don't like you. That's going to be the reason. No other reason. I don't like you. You decided to be rude to me. I don't like you. I'm not going to do nothing to you, but I also don't want to do anything for you. And I don't care that you're a child. Your parents should have taught you better. So right now, I'm going to give you a lesson. It's a lesson in humility. All right? So now in the future, you're going to know you should treat people better. And I'm going to turn around and I'm going to walk away. This is a lesson your parents should have taught you. They didn't. They failed you. I'm not going to tell them that part, but they didn't. They failed them. If you don't teach your kid how to treat other people, you're failing them. Your kid is going to lose a lot of opportunities in the world. This is coming from a dude that walks away from opportunities. I don't really lose any. I just walk away from shit for, whatever the reason might be. All right. We got to go. Everybody have a blessed day. And for all of those kids that I'm absolutely never going to deal with, I hope it works out for you. Absolutely, I do. I don't have no ill will towards you. I just am going to make sure that there's never any situation where you can lie on me. And since I already know you got bad character, that means I got to stay away from you. It's as simple as that. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I get on this one. I'm out.
Hey! Is the noon train on time?
Supposed to be.